Nolan Stuart recently won the Pans in the super heavyweight division. Also made the final at the Brasileiro where he lost to Eric Muniz. But it's been an incredible year for Nolan Stuart. Just 22 years old, taking on the always tough Marcos Carrozzino.
Marcos Carrozzino is one of those people I like to say he's very hard to kill. He's like never stops fighting. You'll see him in situations where you're like, certainly he should have been submitted at this point, and he comes back and wins. It's insane.
Nolan gets a penalty for pulling without a grip. Now he gets grip, sits down.
And it's hard to eat that penalty in a match like this in the first 10 seconds, but re-pulls, and Marcos Carrozzino's getting to work with some big passing here. Notice how he keeps breaking those collar grips out and moves back to the legs to slide the legs by, but as he does that, Nolan comes into close guard. Really good adjustment there from Nolan to slow Marcos down.
Nolan has a really high-level omoplata. See if he tries to incorporate his omoplata and triangle game into his strategy for this match against Carrozzino. Collar sleeve with the lasso, switching between the lasso and the De La Riva. Carrozzino with the good base and balance on top. Good sweep attempt by Nolan Stuart. Carrozzino back up to his knees. Two minutes in. Nolan Stuart and Marcos Carrozzino on the other side of the bracket. We have Eric Muniz in the final.
And we'll see Eric Muniz in 2 finals later today, right? The weight class and, of course, the open class as well. Oh, wow, look at the foot use of Marcos Carrozzino stepping on the hamstring of Nolan to get past, and he passes one leg through. He's not quite able to get around both, but that was a beautiful attempt at a Toriano pass there. Nolan bringing that left leg over, really saving him right now. You can see him reach back for the collar grip to slow Marcos down, pull him into close guard.
Carrozzino leads by Nolan's penalty. 3 minutes into this super heavyweight semifinal. You mentioned Carrozzino is hard to kill. He's also hard to score on.
That's for sure.
Nolan looking for a triangle.
Talking about his omoplatas. He almost had an omoplata, then switched to a triangle. Has the arms locked. Marcos really driving that right shoulder forward.
Nolan controlling that collar grip now. Looks like he's trying to turn it into
like that TP finish, yeah.
Like you mentioned, Carrozzino just driving that left shoulder into the triangle. Nolan switches to the omoplata.
Has a grip on the pants here. He's going to be trying to control Marcos' posture. You can see that Carrozzino is trying to posture up here and out of the omoplata, but Nolan swings his legs down. Marcos has his left foot posted. He's trying everything he can to keep his head up, to not go forward, but Nolan's got such power from this position. He's able to really swing his legs forward and down to knock Marcos' posture forward. He might underhook the leg. You can see him kind of trying to decide what he's doing with his left arm, but Marcos now stands all the way up with this omoplata. Nolan might be able to sweep him over to the right with a muscle sweep.
Pretty unique position here for Nolan Stuart.
Muscle sweep omoplata combo, right? Yeah. Not super common, especially on the opposite side like that.
He's so good at this omoplata. It's one of his best moves, so I'm sure he has tons of options from here. Carrozzino doing a good job staying out of danger thus far. Just under 5 minutes remain.
Oh, he goes all the way over almost.
Now he sits
now
up.
he can sit. He's trying to reach for that far lapel. I think he has it threaded through. Marco's still staying postured.
Nolan trying to get a better angle and get an underhook on that arm. Oh, this is getting tight.
Oh man, he starts to come up. He may be able to score a sweep off of this, but look at Marcos' resilience.
Nolan trying to get a hold of that far shoulder.
Scores an advantage for the sweep there. But he's still in the omoplata position. One of the side referees tried to call the advantage back, but they kept it. Oh, again, rolls all the way through. See, oftentimes with the omoplata, you can sweep someone through and then stay in the omoplata seated and they're on their back, and you can get 2 points that way. But Marcos each time has been able to continue the roll through and come back to top position. So he's not free of the omoplata, but he doesn't get the 2 points scored on him.
Nolan reaches for that collar again. Grabbing the lapel, reaching up for the shoulder.
Oof. Oh, and they're right on the edge as well. Let's see if there's 2 points awarded. There will be. There will be 2 points awarded. 4 going out of bounds with a submission intact. Man, that leaves Marcos Carrozzino 3 minutes and 18 seconds to try to make up not just the 2 points, but also, oh, excuse me, no, they took the advantage back. So just the 2 points.
2 points as Nolan Stuart had the omoplata locked in as they went out of bounds. Carrozzino shaking his arm out. That was the one that was caught in the omoplata.
I might be too if I had been in omoplata for multiple minutes. Especially with Nolan Stuart. Like you said, it's one of his favorite positions to finish.
Carrozzino controlling the pant grip. Nolan Stuart walking to the side. Nolan's guard really is incredible. He's so flexible and so technical, especially for someone competing in the super heavyweight division.
You can see the consistency of the pressure of Marcos Carrozzino. He's like in that tripoded position, driving down constantly. But now I was able to get a little bit of that space that he likes with those Toriano passes that he does. Again, out to the side one more time. Every time he does, though, man, Nolan is so well-timed with that left leg coming over the top. It's very difficult to accomplish that Toriano style pass without grips on both of the legs for that reason, right? Because Marcos is so good at doing it with one leg. You can see he'll sometimes bring his right hand, one arm, because he'll bring his right hand in, or he'll bring one hand into the pant grip and then chase the head with the other arm, just like he's doing right now. But because he doesn't have grips on both of the pant legs, that other leg continues to find him.
Nolan finds the close guard again. He's been able to get back to this position several times throughout the match.
Just 110 here. Marcos doing everything that he can to try to make up those 2 points. Nolan looking very confident in his guard, even underneath all of that pressure.
So Carrozzino is tasked with passing the guard of Nolan Stuart with less than a minute left. Talked about this earlier. Passing the guard at this level, never easy. And then you add on top of that a limited amount of time, even more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, he is eking out a little bit more of an advantage little by little, but the problem here now is that Nolan has that lapel wrapped around his foot, so that's going to make it very, very difficult, and he comes back into the closed guard once again. Yeah, the time constraint with passing is very difficult because oftentimes at this level, where we see the passes come from is repeated patterns over and over with little additions of breaking the person's guard down each time. So they may actually go through the same sequence multiple times where the person's getting fatigued and they're getting tired and their guard is breaking down. Not to say that hasn't happened in the last 10 minutes, but when you're trying to have that continue to happen with short time on the clock, man, very difficult, and we're seeing that play out here.
That's going to do it. Nolan Stuart advances to the world's final in the super heavyweight division. This is going to be a rematch of our Brasileiro final. Nolan Stuart, Eric Muniz. Fantastic performance from the 22-year-old black belt Nolan Stuart here at the 2025 World Championships. Really impressive control. And was on that Omoplata for a big portion of the match too.
That was the story of the match, right? That like 4 or 5 minute, however long it was, Omoplata sequence was beautiful and almost scored a sweep off of it multiple times. And Marcos was able to roll through and avoid that, avoid the sweep there. And it is going to be Nolan that moves forward into our super heavyweight final. Just like you said, a rematch of the Brasileiro final against Eric Muniz later today.